So today, it is my honor and privilege to announce that the new guided missile frigate, FF G62, will carry on the name, honor, and legacy of USS Constellation.
Secretary of the Navy Kenneth Braithwaite has announced the name of the United States' newest guided missile frigates during a ceremony on the Constellation Museum ship in Baltimore, Maryland. Though the Constellation-class exact specifications have not yet been determined, the FF G62 is a guided missile frigate with an area defense anti-air warfare system. The FF G62 is designed to be more capable than both the Independence and Freedom classes that make up the Littoral Combat Ship program. Both classes have suffered numerous breakdown and cost overruns, and despite the massive amount of spending sunk into the LCS program, both classes have been deemed unsurvivable in a high-end fight against a peer or near-peer adversary. In contrast to larger surface ships like aircraft carriers or destroyers, the FFG is intended to operate in lower threat environments. The nonpartisan Congressional Research Service defined the mission scope and capabilities of frigates in general and explained why they just can hang with the bigger ships, in contrast to cruisers and destroyers, which are designed to operate in higher threat areas. Frigates are generally intended to operate more in lower threat areas. U.S. Navy frigates perform many of the same peacetime and wartime missions as U.S. Navy cruisers and destroyers, but since frigates are intended to do so in lower threat areas, they are equipped with fewer weapons, less capable radars and other systems, and less engineering redundancy and survivability than cruisers and destroyers. Some of the design requirements for the frigate are onboard space for one manned helicopter and another unspecified, unmanned air vehicle. As a guided missile frigate, the FFG design can accommodate vertical missile launch tubes, though the Navy has hinted that the FFG onboard volume and electrical output would be sufficient for future laser weapons. The FFG will be similar to the Bergamini class, a joint French-Italian project. Fincantieri lists the vessel's endurance as 45 days with a top speed in excess of 27 knots. At a reduced 15-knot speed, range is 6,000 nautical miles. Navy moved to buy 20 FFG ships. The FFG would complement the capabilities of existing cruisers and destroyers already in service with the Navy, and offer more capabilities than the LCS. Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Warfighting Requirements and Capabilities emphasized just how important the FFG is to the Navy, saying, "This is going to be a real workhorse for the United States Navy supporting distributed maritime operations in the future. So we are super excited about this ship, and I can't think of a better asset to give them naval commanders the flexibility to do what we need to do in the future." The Navy's Constellation-class guided missile frigate will sport launchers for 16 naval strike missiles alongside 32 tubes to launch Tomahawks, giving the ship the ability to pound multiple targets at range. The ship, which will begin coming online in 2026 under a production plan calling for 2 hulls a year until its planned build out of 20 ships, is being considered a cornerstone for getting the fleet smaller, deadlier and less expensive in coming decades. Secretary of the Navy emphasized that the plan for the new Constellation class is to counter near-peer rivals and help get closer to a 355-ship Navy. While providing an unmatched capability and survivability for the 21st century, Constellation-class frigates will honor our Navy's historic beginnings as we continue to operate around the world in today's era of great power competition. A potential hurdle to getting to a 355-ship Navy is a matter of dollars and cents. One of the goals of the Constellation-class project was to modify existing ship designs to meet U.S. Navy requirements.